Hi, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Keeping It Real with Shay. I hope everyone's doing well this holiday season. I just wanted to come on and just do this video just to greet everybody, as it's been quite the year 2020. And if I do a year in review, I can say that there has been a roller coaster of emotions, so many things happening this year. So I am probably not the only one that can say, I'm ready to say goodbye to 2020 and welcome 2021 with open arms. And I'm sure you guys can agree with me that this year was the year of so many positive things too, like maybe trying something out that you've never tried before because you never had time, or maybe spending more time with family. If you were home, of course, doing things around the house, which I'm sure a lot of home renovations were done this year. And not only that, there was also a lot of babies that were made this year, I'm sure. So there will be definitely a baby boom in 2021. Now, with myself looking back at this year, I can say that I've tried quite a few things, and YouTube was one of them, which I'm sure a lot of us have tried, either creating a YouTube channel or just working on the existing YouTube channel that we already had. And I had such an amazing time doing live chat sessions through the year. And I just hope for so much more opportunities in 2021. So with that said, I want to thank everybody who was a guest on any of my live chat sessions this year. We had quite a few and learned a lot as well. We learned a lot about health and wellness. We also Actually, I think my biggest YouTube live chat break was my interview with the TikTok couple, hashtag Cinderella Story 2021. And that was Michael Vo and Janelle Velez, all the way from Miami, Florida. So that was so much fun just because they found love unexpectedly on TikTok. And I know that a lot of my YouTube viewers, or those who viewed that interview, had a lot of fun learning about how they met and just how their long distance relationship is working out. So stay tuned, because we do have something in the works for next year. We're hoping to do a follow-up interview with them. So there's just so much. I also did my very first live chat session was with my niece and nephew from Virginia Beach, the Castonio Quartet. So they were my first live chat interview. And, it was such a learning curve for me, only because I do host events, but actually doing a live chat interview with actual guests on, this channel was a lot of fun, but also I did a lot of prep beforehand too. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering how, I come up with all these things. There's a lot of thought that happens behind the scenes, and just thinking about these things, like as much as I want to do it weekly, it's just, I always want to find the right content, whether it be stuff that's happening in the world at that time, or maybe something that's trending. As if you've watched some of my live chat sessions, we did a comparison with the Popeyes chicken and the McDonald's McChicken sandwich. So because the Popeyes chicken sandwich was trending at that time, I just thought it would be fun to do a comparison. The TikTok couple, this pandemic has opened the doors to so many new things that we probably wouldn't have time to do when things were normal, right? Before the pandemic, as I like to say, pre-pandemic, because even myself, tried TikTok as well. So, and now I just, I love going on there and just seeing people enjoying it, dancing, and it could be any age. So it's a lot of fun. But I know that there are a lot of YouTube creators out there now, more so, that are really trying to boost their channels. And, kudos to you, because it does take a lot of time and a lot of patience as well. And I just, a lot of people ask why now? Why all of a sudden, YouTube for me? Well, I guess I could say I kind of jumped on the bandwagon with everybody else and just wanted to, give it a try. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed, trying to think of things to talk about, find new content. And, I think it's really, finding what you love to do. And as many of you know, I love to talk. And why not use it to my advantage, right? So there's so many opportunities out there for anybody who wants to start a YouTube channel. And, I'm kind of falling off the tracks here. But I just wanted to reach out because anything that we put on YouTube is something that we can always go back to later on in the future and see, hey, what were we doing at that time, or just kind of go back and watch. And I do it to this day, and it's so much fun. So although 2020, like I said, it was there was some negative, of course, because of the pandemic and a lot of restrictions that were held before us or in front of us. There's also that positive, right? That positive of maybe improving yourself. There's finding a new hobby, getting stuff in your house done, and whatnot. So and creating a YouTube channel. Right? So there's a lot of positives as well. And with that said, I also would like to make mention to our frontliners, healthcare workers, even with me, all of, my coworkers who work endlessly throughout this pandemic without a break from it all. Some had to stay away from family or didn't even see family. And, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of energy throughout this pandemic to be able to work day in and day out and put yourself at risk. And I commend all of you for getting up every day and showing up. And I know that we are on the verge of another lockdown, Ontario. But I do see, like they say, a light at the end of the tunnel because the vaccines are out, right? So, we just need to sacrifice just a little bit more. But, I want to commend everybody who has done what they can to flatten the curve. And I know it's been tough on everybody, but like we've been saying, and, everybody's been saying, we are all in this together and we're all experiencing what this year has done. We've been all experiencing it together. And I know, especially this holiday season, it's the toughest because it's so restricted on, and social gatherings and not being able to really celebrate the holidays, especially this specific one with, your extended family. But, I'm sure that next year will be bigger and better and a lot more fun because we are hoping to put this pandemic behind us. So I would like to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And I would like to thank everybody who, played a part in keeping it real with Shay this year, 2020. Of course, I did have a co-host. So I want to thank Jason Castro. I want to thank my guests. I had Nikki Diocampo, who is my cousin, and I had Viviana and Alex Antonio from Virginia. who are my niece and nephew. Who else did I have? I had Michael Vo and Janelle Velez, of course, as well, all the way from Miami. The TikTok couple, hashtag Cinderella Story 2020. I also had them. And of course, my behind the scenes crew. It's a one member crew. Goody, of course, for setting up, and he's always, I think he's my number one critic. Really, which is good because you always need that one person that will help you improve on things, right? So I thank him as well. He actually gave me the idea of vlogging on YouTube. So I do thank him because now it's something that I do hope to continue. And I'd like to thank my viewers, subscribers, and you guys who have supported my channel. I know that you guys try your best to watch as much as you can, if not the live, the replay after and after and after. So I thank you for that because it's good to know that I do get messages and stuff that I do watch your vlogs, but I don't catch your lives, but I do watch it after. So thank you. And I get comments about my content, and that's why I wanted to also mention earlier that I do work on my content. I don't just come on here and just kind of wing it. There is an agenda and there's always notes. So it's just today, and I'm coming on here without, I'm kind of all over the place, but it's just because I have so much to say, or so much that I wanted to say. And yeah, it's, although it's a tough, it's always tough holiday season for me. And, most of you who know me know that, it's been tough when, your family is not in the country. Like my dad and my brother are in LA, and I lost my mom a few years ago, so Christmas has always been tough. And it's also, when I look at it in a different way, it's positive for me because I do have I do have someone this Christmas, which is good, and extended family, or people I like to call family. So it's not a total downer that I don't have my family here. So it's good. So it's you always count your blessings. You don't focus on what you don't have. You focus on what you do have here, and that goes for everybody who has lost a loved one due to COVID, or has lost a loved one this year. It's always tough, and I've been there, and I totally understand, and I totally get what you could be feeling. But there's always something to be thankful for, and there's always something to be grateful for. And this year, like I said, because there's a pandemic, there's still things to be grateful for. And that's something we should all focus on, is the blessings that we have, and just appreciate everything that we do have amidst the pandemic, because there are other people who suffered from calamities that we had in the Philippines, or any other parts of the world, who are probably dealing with much worse than we are. So let's just all be grateful for what we have, and just thankful for everything that we were able to do this year during the pandemic that maybe we weren't able to do pre-pandemic. And so I'm going to close off by saying again, Merry Christmas, and thank you to everybody for your support, and just for pretty much sticking and staying tuned to Keeping It Real with Shay, and just watching my vlogs, and I wish all of you a prosperous new year, and I do hope for more blessings in 2021. And let's just open our hearts and our arms and welcome 2021 with a bang, because I'm sure that 2021 will make up for this year 2020. So I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready to say goodbye to 2020 and say hello to 2021. So again, thank you guys all for continuing to watch my vlogs and tuning in to Keeping It Real with Shay. If you're not subscribed yet and you just happen to pass by and see this video, please do subscribe, like, of course, and comment on any of my videos. Subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell after subscribing so you'll be notified on my upcoming vlogs. And just before I sign off, I do want to just give you guys a little bit of a hint as to what's in store for 2021. So I am working on an interview coming up for January sometime. So stay tuned for that. And it's a great interview with, he is a social influencer, and he just sends so much positivity every day to people. And I'm beyond grateful that he agreed to be interviewed on Keeping It Real with Shay. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be my kickoff to 2021, or Keeping It Real with Shay's kickoff to 2021. And keep it locked in here on Keeping It Real with Shay. And guys, once again, Merry Christmas from Shay here, and Happy New Year, and all the best in 2021. Keep it real out there, guys. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you next year.